Hello, my friends. Welcome to a first commentary video on the second channel. We are gonna commentate over the 31-star world record that we recently have achieved. We're gonna go through the whole run. I will just basically explain to you what's going on, all the new strats and stuff. I'll make myself a bit smaller here in the corner so that you can see the gameplay, and let's jump right into it. So, 31-star is... First of all, many of you might not know the category because it's not that popular, but it is basically the what I like to call it is a stepstone to 70-star, because you know 16-star is like the most popular category in Blindfolded SM64.
For the heart rate boost, yeah.
And
very true message of the bot, dude.
70-star is the most kind of a very popular one in visual. But the gap between is so big that it's very daunting and very, very difficult for new players to get there, you know, because if you have 16 stars, you might not want to commit to learning so many new stars because it's lots of effort and time, right? So 31-star is like the first third of 70-star, so you can increase a few stars and then still learn new stuff and see what fits you and what not, but without having this crazy pressure of, okay, the next step that I have to do is 70. That's like a hurdle, you know? So yeah, 31-star is also an official category, of course, in visual. It is the old any % route where basically BLJs are allowed, but MIPS clip is not. And yeah, the route is pretty similar to 16-star, because all the stars we get are in the lobby and the basement. And we start right away, of course, with the bomb clip, which I hope we can get here. Let's see. Oh, it's looking good, looking good. And boom, overshoot a bit to the left there. These days I try to aim directly for the star because that saves time. But of course, because it's blindfolded, it's very difficult to do.
I don't know if I'm running against splits though.
So yeah, the route itself is very similar to 16-star because everything is in the basement, in the lobby. And the problem is that, of course, in 16-star we get all the faster stars. So right now you can see the first deviation from 16-star. If you've never seen 31-star, then this star might be new for you, which is the Bob-omb boss fight. It's actually the slowest star in the route, and it really shouldn't be in the route. But currently we don't have enough stars to replace it otherwise. This is like a 1-minute star. We have pretty fast strats to climb up here, then use the warp to get all the way up to the top, and then fight the boss. And I personally really like the boss fight strategies that we have here. So we backflip over him, punch cancel, grab him instantly, then backflip into him to set up our spacing perfectly, and then we can just repeat and until he dies. This is a very cool, clever damage boost to align yourself perfectly with the boss, in my opinion. And very new strat here. This long jump to the star. That is something I've not used in 70 before when I did the world record in 2023. But yeah, the old strat was a bit inconsistent, and now I just found something 100% consistent, and it's also faster, so it's perfect. Nice custom movement here. It's the old one still. But yeah, 31-star has had I think the majority of new time saves compared to the 2023 70-star run. 31-star got really, really fast. The old world record in this category was a 39 something, I think 39.20 or so. And then I improved the world record twice by a few seconds only, so I'm running currently against the newest world record, which is 39.02. But yeah, this run can go much faster. Oh, I forgot that this is in the run. I bonked there. These days I have some troubles with this strategy. I need to actually practice this. Wow. So yeah, this run is definitely improvable still. I will talk about this a tiny bit later as well, but yeah, this triple jump on the thwomp is not a new strat at all, but it is rather tricky, I guess. It's I rarely ever fail it because I am so used to it, but apparently I can still fail it. Here again, another mistake. I accidentally roll out there, which I'm not supposed to, and that changes my positioning. So now I don't know how to fight the boss. And oh my god, will I die again? Okay, here's the first hit. Now the problem is because my setup includes like everything, every position in the fight, right? So right now, I have no idea where the star will be. I am completely clueless to where I am on this map, so I'm very curious how I will actually find the star. Considering this is the current world record, I will probably just randomly jump into it. Yep, searching. So if you fail to grab the star, the only thing you can really do is just jump around, search it, and get lucky, like there. Perfect.
Why did he bonk though?
But yeah, we lost a minute to this star in Worms, which is like in 16, so that's kind of crazy. Also, shoutouts to Ground Pound.
Also, shoutouts to Ground Pound.
But yeah, Worms is 1-to-1, the same as in 16 star, so there's not too much to talk about. Canonless, we have the new 100% strategy now since the beginning of the year. It is just a wonderful blessing to have this in the run, because this star was one of the worst stars in the game, and now it's fast and clean and consistent. It's so good. I love it. And yeah, why we go through Worms, I guess we have some time to talk a bit more about the route, since all the stars should be known from all the other runs as well. What did I want to say, actually? I completely lost track. We started some topic. Oh yeah, the current world record now is not very optimized. As you can see, the Worms Fortress boss fight, for example, lost a minute, and I do assume there will be some more time losses in the run further in. And especially if you look at my sum of best, which is now generously covered by Mokka sleeping on his little carpet there. Also, this is the probably only world record in the world with live cat cam right here of Mokka. But yeah, what I want to say is the sum of best is around 32 minutes. And my PB at the time was a 39, so that's a whole whooping like 8-7 minute difference, you know? So definitely improvable. But after this PB that we are watching right now, I decided to take a break and rather focus more on 70 star, because that's the project I want to push for, right? Because with the simple reason, while grinding 70 star, and in between there will be still 50 star, but while grinding 70 star, I will eventually get better at all the stars in 31 as well with time, right? Because all the stars that we do now will also be in 70. So I will first of all get better with time, so I will make less mistakes, be more consistent and stuff. And second of all, we might find new things for the run. And this has already proven, since this world record, there has been some new developments in the lobby and the basement, so we might still in the near future find more stuff to make this run even faster, and then we can potentially like make a perfect route after we are done with 70, and then come back to this with like new skill, you know? So, PSS, also a star that is not in 16 star. Very fun story actually, because it is in 16 star, no LBJ by now. It has replaced CCM because our newcomer Johannes, currently 4th place in 16 star, really cool stuff. Johannes has made a comparison and found out that actually doing Peach Secret Slide twice in no LBJ 16 star is faster than doing CCM. So, like, not really faster, but it's around the same speed, minus the fact that you need to do the Tiny Penguin, which is the worst star ever. So we now do Secret Slide here, and it's a very fast strat made by nobody, with a slide kick, roll out onto this railing here to get the angle all the way down to the goal. Really, really cool strat. Huge shoutouts to nobody. There have been also some tiny developments by now in this stage by Blobfish. Found like a 0.4 second time save. I have not learned it myself yet, so I cannot say much to it, but maybe in the future we'll look into that. Then after we are done with PSS, we do clean up CCM next. CCM is the I guess it's also not really in 16-star LBLJ, so if you only know me from the sub-20 grind, then you might not be familiar with this stage.
I really wish we could have it.
CCM has 3 stars that we are grabbing usually. The first one is Wall Kicks Will Work, which is done by just jumping down here all the way. And then usually you will not see what is happening, but now you can because the camera got not stuck. But yeah, it's just a very fluid movement. All the way from the start, there's 1 beat count to the first corner where we normalize, and then it's 1 long count from the corner to the star. So it's 2 counts and basically nothing else. So it's a very fluid movement. Then the worst star of the game that we still have to figure out really, it's not solved at all. The tiny penguin here, we do know how to manipulate the RNG now to make him jump every time, that's good. But that makes our position a bit inconsistent, so that this bar right here is not so consistent anymore. Right now, we are on the right side of the penguin, and it's exactly where we want to be, because then we can jump right into the star like I do here. And if we get this, we call it fast ending. If we get this fast ending, then we save like 10 to 15 seconds for free versus normalizing afterwards. But like it's so inconsistent. We had some new ideas to make it work, but yeah, nothing is really good yet. And then we do the CCM side, which is a very easy star, where I always like to ask my viewers, how is life?
What's up?
Because it's the only real downtime that I have during the entire run. It's like one of the very few instances where there's downtime in SM64, because the entire slide we can just hold up, and it works with the strat. But yeah, this game is really fast-paced if you think about it. There's really no downtime at all. Even like between stars, you have this like 5-second text cutscene, but you already need to think about the next moves. Here, a very clean new castle movement from CCM to Bubzia in the Dark World. Really love that improvement. We always struggled with it, and then it was like okay, yeah, we can just do this long jump there. And then Dark World. Dark World is a tricky stage, because in theory we should do Dark World Reds. It should be fast enough to be in the route, but in practice it is very inconsistent, right? Because in 16 star we only did the star because it was in the very first split and we could reset if we fail it. But doing Dark World Reds in the run after 12 minutes of gameplay, it sucks. It literally just sucks. There's no way to say it around it. Like, you will just like die relentlessly from Goombas, from a wrong beat count, from anything can kill you really. And the run is dead. Right here, missing the pipe. Yeah, this was the fast Dark World, no reds. I'm got very good at this stage without reds, so I'm always very happy when I can perform it. And I found the pipe. That's very good.
Oh my god, dude.
Bowser 1 also had new improvements. We do the fast strat by now. I don't know if I do in this world record. I do. So we do the one drag, it is called. So you can see, usually we did the tail glitch twice. Ran around him, grab him, ran around him, grab him, then into the bomb. And with this setup that I have now, we only need to run around him once. It is much more precise. It is like ridiculous how much more difficult this thread is compared to the double drag. And it saves around 3 seconds only, but you know, at my level of gameplay, I need to take those risks at this point to like just improve as a player. If I don't go for hard strats, I will just like keep stagnating, and that's not good. But yeah, very interesting routing choice here. We get the wing cap in 31 star and return to Bob for only 1 star. In theory, there has been lots of discussion going on what we should do with the route. In theory, also we need to open the cannon. That's a big time loss here. So let me talk about the route. We do the whole Bob boss fight, which is a 1-minute star. That's very slow. We do the boss fight for the sole reason of opening the cannon, because opening the cannon and getting the wing cap allows you to get the island star on top here, which is very fast. But usually, it is not worth it. It is still not worth it in this world record. It should not be in the route at all. Both the Bob King fight and this star, because of the cannon. The cannon opening takes time, the boss fight takes time, getting the wing cap takes time. And usually, we would also get Bob secrets, like the secrets in the air, you know, the rings where you need to shoot the cannon through. But that star sucks, because it's a frame-perfect input that you need to do after 14 minutes of runtime, which is not good, right? So in this route that I'm doing in this world record, it was like I was just tired of resetting all the time, so I decided to not do the secret star and like do some other backup. And we still the big problem with the route is that we don't have enough stars in lobby and basement. If we do Dark World Reds, we could replace, for example, the island star, but we still could not replace the boss fight. So we need one more star for the perfect route, and we kind of have it. We have an island hop set up now without the wing cap, so we could do that, but it's really inconsistent and risky, so I will only do that after 70 star when I actually know all the possibilities. But then this is not the optimal route that I'm running here. There is in theory the optimal route which skips the cannon, the boss, and the wing cap. But yeah, while I explained this, we did enter BBH, another new stage to the routes. Quickly getting the boss fight on the balcony. It's a very, I think I really like the star actually. It's rather easy, and it's very fast if you do it right. And there's not much to fail, honestly. And then we do BBH Library, which is one of the fastest stars in the game. You just jump up here with a double jump kick, get into the door, and then jump to the star. It's like basically like in the visual speedrun. Super fast, super clean. Quickly take a sip of tea because my throat is getting a bit dry. Hold up.
I was hesitating a bit after the first door, because I wasn't sure if I do lock cam here or later, but we have now.
But yeah, that's all we do in BBH. And then we go to basement, where we basically finish up the whole rest of the run. So we get 15 stars in lobby,
for a second there.
And then 15 stars in basement. It's very equalized. In that sense, it's kind of cool. There is some new stars in basement as well, of course. And as I remember, the requirement is to not do MIPS clip. So we do actually catch MIPS here with a very cool new setup from the basement door. It's really fast to grab him like this. It's pretty hard and pretty random as well. But we actually collect the star just for the addition, because we don't need MIPS clip. We can actually collect the star compared to 16, where we cannot. And then we enter SSL, where the Talon awaits us. Talon, it's so funny because Talon was always considered for the LBLJ route instead of Logless, because Logless kills so many runs, right? If you remember. And the Talon was always like, yeah, it's too inconsistent and it loses like 5 seconds. And literally, I think like 1 or 2 days after we finished 16 star, we found this strat here. It's very similar to the old strat, but the setup is easier and consistent. Like 100% consistent actually. So yeah, we could have skipped Logless in the entire 16 star grind if we only would have worked a tiny bit longer, or like did 31 star for a few days.
I was extremely far to the right.
So Talon was kind of a yikes in 16 star. It would have been in there, but I mean, now I have the sub 20, I don't care anymore. Anyways, there was another death in Pyramid. Very unfortunate. It just happens sometimes that the camera is a bit funky. It depends on the timing how you triple jump over the slope. But yeah, then we get the Pyramid. Lost 17 seconds. It's not too bad. It's a very quick death at least. But yeah, so far we lost 1 minute and a bit, basically, in both WOM's boss fight and SSL Pyramid. And now comes the Gauntlet. LLL is the new hardest stage in the run. Surprisingly, it was also the hardest stage in 16 star, so it's not that surprising. But yeah, in 31 star, it is also the hardest stage by far. And in 50 star, it will be the hardest stage by far. And in 70 star, it will also remain the hardest stage, I think. Because we do so many crazy stuffs now in LLL. Red stays the same. Logless, we actually do have the wing cap in this route, so we can do a different
Man,
approach
why
for
would you
logless,
ground
but I
pound?
did a ground pound
Oh,
moment.
This is like one of the dumbest places to ground pound.
And
Because
as
you
I
can do
also
nothing.
complained
camera
in the
just starts
video,
turning when you ground
this
pound.
is literally the worst
It's
place
so
that you can ground
frustrating.
pound, because you are in Mario Cam, and if you ground pound in Mario Cam, the camera starts turning. So I have to just kill myself and redo it. But yeah, we don't need to do the crazy 2-frame window wall kick there. We can just take the wing cap, run over here, and then fly to the star. It's lots easier, and it doesn't lose time. It's like, I think, a difference of 1 second. And you can see we can like just go to the star super cleanly. I did die though, so I did lose 20 seconds because of the ground pound, which is ridiculous if you think about it, to lose so much time for one missed input.
I have, but I think Tiny Bullies is next.
And then the huge star of the new season, dude. The huge star. LLL Tiny Bullies is finally routed and in runs and consistent as well. So yeah, we use the beginning of Dustbite and fail because I mistimed another long jump.
That has like never happened in practice so far.
It was just miscounted by my part from being inexperienced with the strat. It happens sometimes. It's pretty precise counting, but yeah, that is kind of fading on the way to the strat, because this is not even the hard part, if you know what I mean. So Dustbite found this beginning here, waiting for this rotating platform to stop, and then lava boosting all the way here. So you can ledge grab, and then we found a perfect kill setup for these bullies. We kill one, jump to the left, kill the second one, and then slide kick up, also switch to lucky to cam, stop cam, double slide kick into this guy, and then while the big guy is falling down, kill him, and then backflip into the star. It's such a nice setup. We have solved the star so well. I did have a bit of an angle, but I can probably fix it here, I hope. Oh, it was very close, dude. Oh no, am I losing lots of time here?
I have to be close, dude.
Hold on, dude. I lost lots of time here too. Go on, down. No. Yes, no. Oh my god, it's so close. Oh my god, dude, what are you doing? Oh.
Okay. A bit rough, but we take those.
So yeah, 50 seconds lost in Tiny Bullies as well. Lots of time lost in this run, dude.
Boost, right? And then we
but yeah, in theory, the star is super nice. We struggled a lot with finding a strategy that works, and now we have this super good solution. I'm very proud of it. And then the second star of the new season, LLL Lava Boost. Look at this, dude. The new log cam setup, jumping into the volcano, perfectly lava boosting up there, right to the pole. And boom, we are normalized. This star is surprisingly consistent. It is really hard to do, but it works well enough to do in runs. I get it multiple times first try. And the funny thing is, even if we die once and do it second try, it is still the same speed as the old strat. So we have a leeway because this is so fast. And then we still get more stars. We get like every single star in LLL besides 100 coins. It is kind of wild. Then we do the big bully casual 16-star strat here. But yeah, I'm at 0 lives. I do assume I will game over in this world record. It's kind of sad, dude. But yeah, we're grabbing the star. Then elevator is the last one. There's nothing too special about that as well. It's the same. It's the same strategy that we used in 16-star all the time.
It's definitely a good.
But as you can see, even though we lost lots of time, I am still 1 minute and 30 seconds ahead. So this run is pretty juicy. It mostly stems from, you know, there are so many new stars, and learning all these new stars and getting consistent at them especially takes time. It takes lots of time and lots of practice. And there, the triple jump did not go off, and I slid down and do indeed game over. That's another huge time loss. We need to run all the way back to basement. Very unfortunate.
It really sucks, in fact.
But yeah, these longer categories are really, really hard to run, and they do require a lot of time to get used to, especially. So it is no surprise that it took quite a while for me to get like a decent PB, and it's still not perfect. It will get perfect eventually, but it is right now definitely not perfect. But yeah, 70 star will take even longer. Like we are currently as the date of the recording, we are at day 35, I think, of the grind. And we are kind of slowly done with finishing 50 star. So we have the upstairs portion. I'm currently starting to practice the 70 star only things like TTC, Rainbow Ride, and the Vanish Cap stuff. And I do hope that soon I can start running 70, but until we get like good and consistent again, that will take time because there's just so much new things. But yeah, that was LLL, and we go to the final stage of the run in terms of stars, at least, which is HMC. We get lots of stars in HMC. There's lots of cool stars that we also did not do in 16. We start with Amazing Exit with the classic lock cam setup here with a wall kick. I always say this, or like I often said this, but you very rarely see me fail the star. Right there you do.
That's a rare one, dude.
I very often make this star look very easy, but in fact it is a really hard strat. You need to get a pretty good wall kick there. And I just practiced it so much by now that like it probably looks a bit easy to do in runs, and it's like a star that you don't consider a run killer, but it is a very, very hard strat. I cannot understate that.
I probably held upright for like
Then in the next one is going to be Rolling Rocks, but before we're going to grab the Toad. Very similar to the 16 star route. This is like 1-to-1 the same, I think.
I'm very satisfied with how I play today. Considering it's Monday and considering we haven't run 31 star
But
in a while,
the other problem is in 31 star, even though there is no MIPS clip, you play for much longer, right? Like you play much longer. Like we are what 26 minutes in and we still need 4 stars. And the problem is you still need to do BLJs. So in 16 star, you arrive at BLJs at like 18, 19 minutes if it's a good run. And then you can like, okay, you failed BLJs, you can reset. But the longer the category gets, the more painful it is, right? Because if you enter BLJs with 30 minutes, then it's like another 10 minutes to just get one attempt at BLJs, you know? So 31 star, in that regard, kind of sucks as a category because it is both long and has the crazy hard stuff at the end. The only thing that is not in there is MIPS clip, which is of course also always a stress point, but it's a less stress point than BLJs are, in my opinion. Then HMC, a first new star appears, the Toxic Maze. Toxic Maze is a fully lock cam star. Every single room, every single movement is full lock cam. I hold the button basically for the entire star. So you don't see much, but I'm just navigating through the rooms as fast as I can. And reaching this elevator here, then finally going to the star. Fun story, a fun fact about this one. There is the Toxic Maze BLJ. I don't know if you know that from visual speedruns. You can basically do a very precise BLJ on one of the elevators and go all the way to the star without going the long way. And it is actually possible blindfolded. Nico, our good old Nico, has made a strat and he holds the IL record for the star with the BLJ. And you could save around 10 seconds. You could save around 10 seconds by doing the BLJ, and it is not even banned because in 70 star we are not allowed to do it because BLJs are banned. But you could theoretically do it in 31 star, but I was thinking, since this for me is preparation for 70 star, is it worth to do strats that I'm anyways not going to use in the future? But yeah. Here we see the switch star with a very new and recent strat that I made by not going for the instant star switch, like the switch hit anyways, but rather landing on land and then doing the backup as the main strat. Just to like save time and consistency, because very often you just don't hit and then you lose time. If you hit, you would save time, of course, but like this, we only lose a few seconds and we have like 100% guarantee that it's gonna work, which is, in my opinion, much better. Then the last star that we're gonna grab is Nessie, and then we are done with all the stars. Why is it called 31 star? Because we still need to do Diadox the same way as in 16. It's the same as you do MIPS with 15 stars and then get the 16th in Diadox. So 30 star is the cutoff where we are good to go. The text comes there that we can open the star door, which is the requirement of the category, and then we move on to we exit course here and just go back to basement. You can also just run through the basement, like go backwards through it and then go to DDD that way. But I timed it and it's basically the same amount of time that you spend. Minus the fact that exiting course is just more simple. Like there's less inputs. You have less room for error. Shoutouts to ground, dude. I ground pounded so often in this run. It's so funny, dude. But yeah, DDD, very classic, absolutely 1-to-1, the same as in 16 star as well. Everything from now on will be like in 16 star. So if you are familiar with that, then you know what strats await you. There has not been any kind of new developments. I got really good at Bowser in the Sky these days. Like, I am nailing that stage every run. We do have a new strategy at Bowser 3 though, which makes the fight a bit faster still. And more difficult, which sucks, but you know. DDD, we use the same strat here, angling ourselves to the back fin, turning around, getting up there, renormalizing, and jumping directly to the star. Fire Sea also has the same good old strats, but what I want to talk about is in Fire Sea, in 31 star we cannot use it, but starting from 50 and 70, we could potentially route Fire Sea red coins, the same way we did Bowser in the Dark World red coins, because that would save lots of time. It would save a whole stage re-entry, and we would get a star within like 20 seconds if perfectly executed. It's gonna be an incredibly difficult star, but I have routed it out and it is possible for sure. It's just a matter of making it realistic and practicing it now for years until it gets good, like Dark World Reds did. Took a while there too. It will be very similar here. So maybe one day we will see this in 70.
How am I so early?
I do fail the wall kick there, but luckily I do have backups for that, and let's see how the backup plays out. So, you know, usually I do a wall kick there and just go directly. And the problem now is that I am aligned with the pole and grab it, and then I need to be aware of the cycle, which I perfectly am. I ledge grab there, and then I can proceed further to the stage. It does lose a bit of time, like around 10 seconds if you fail that side flip, but it is definitely worth trying for me on my level at least, because it does save like 7 seconds if you do get it. So it's kind of a fair trade-off in that sense. Bowser 2, we do the same one drag strat. We run once around Bowser here. It is possible much easier than in Bowser 1 because the positioning of Bowser is different in this stage, in this fight. And as you can see on the splits, we are still like, even though we did all these mistakes, we are still like 40 seconds ahead. So this run is pretty good. This run is pretty good. Like, not perfect by any means, but for the time being, it is really good. It's the best anyone has ever done it, so now only thing that stands between us and a new world record are BLJs and a clean ending of the run. So 9.6 seconds lost, exactly what I said, around 10 seconds if you missed the wall kick. And now let's see, BLJs. Getting to the door here perfectly. And in theory, I should have all the 16-star practice. And get the BLJ first try, let's go.
If I don't get scammed.
Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. 1 year of 16-star sub 20 grind. Does this to a man. Okay, second BLJ. Second BLJ, very interesting. We do have a new strat for the second BLJ. I don't know if I go for it here, because I kind of dropped the idea. No, I do not go for it. Because I had a new idea. This ending is a tiny bit new, at least. I had a new idea where I do like a professional visual ending where you like, maybe you've seen it before, you clip directly into the pipe and you like don't need to like enter it anymore. But it's extremely precise, and if you fail it, you get like lost. And I've done it in like many runs to try, and it every single time failed. So eventually I just decided to drop the strat, and apparently in this world record I also just not go for it anymore. which is very good because, yeah, BLJs were really clean, both of them, very fast. Now, standing left side, will he make it? Of course, let's go. There's one interesting fact about standing left side. Since I've do the punch strat, right? I back in the days I did not do the punch before the triple jump, and without the punch, it is much easier to get the ledge grab skip, if you know what I mean. Like you can ledge grab after the left side. And now, because I did a punch, it's of course a bit slower because the punch takes time and I will ledge grab. But the consistency increased by a lot. And then we enter Bowser 3 with 2 minutes 20 seconds ahead. Lots of time to save. As you can see, like the world record is a 39. And I'm currently in Bowser for 35. This is a 35 pace still. I get 2 jumps. 3 jumps, dude, super unlucky. Every jump loses around like 7 seconds.
No way, he's an asshole.
And
Okay,
then
5,
the last
perfect.
possible chance he did the run, but yeah, he did lots of jumps. We lost lots of time there. 4 jumps is like already 20 something seconds. And here he does not jump at least. New strat here. Oh no, I missed the Bowser.
Because of the first,
That's
I needed
one
to
big
adjust
problem that I
because
still struggle with
I
these
wasn't
days.
sure
I need to somehow
after
fix
the
that because the
fourth-
second bomb hit, the
after
second
the
bomb hit
fourth
is
jump that he did, I
extremely
had to
scuffed
adjust
right now.
forward so that he doesn't
The new
fire.
strat is
And I
good
assumed
and
as I
fast,
messed
but
up my position at the second bomb.
it does have the problem that the second bomb hit is really, really difficult to do.
So, you could
So we actually
basically
lost
say this
lots
was
of time
Bowser's
there.
RNG
Very
fault.
unfortunate. Not only bad RNG, but also unlucky in skill. Or just not skilled enough, however you want to call it. And then we had really good RNG, and hopefully now I can perform it properly. So as you can see, we want Bowser to face to the right, and that's the new strat now, long jumping upwards there and directly grabbing the tail. We grab the tail much sooner, like with the other strats, and then boom! Hit the last
Okay.
bomb.
I don't
And that
know.
certainly is
Might
a
be
new world
close,
record
honestly.
by multiple
Might be
minutes.
close.
Actually huge world records.
This one had some mistakes. It
Lost
had many
another
tiny
another
mistakes.
whole
Didn't have,
minute
like,
at Bowser
major
3, but hey,
mistakes
that's
besides
what it
now at
is.
the end, but
And boom,
no.
missed
Oh
the
my
star.
God.
Classic Bubzia, and there we go.
Yes,
36.
dude, sub 37.
36.53, GG, well played. That's the new world record in 31 star, and it will stay like this probably until I'm done with 70 star, until I come back to this. But yeah, I hope you liked the commentary. I wanted to just give some insights. Just like, I want to test a bit how my audience reacts to like these commentary videos on my second channel, because I recently made a YouTube poll to ask what you guys would like to see there, and commentary was very high on the list. It was the #1 requested thing. So there you go. I hope you like it. If this does well, I will do more world record commentaries in the future. Explain a bit about the strats, some fun facts here and there, you know. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Huge shoutouts to all my patrons: Bob Farrell, Boris, Benlitz, Zeeks Many, King Roops, Sada, everyone else as well. And yeah, I have honestly nothing else to say. So I will say, have a nice day, have a nice weekend, whatever day it is you watch this, and bye bye. See you soon with more blindfolded content. See you.